Taxi. I called a taxi to take me to the airport. Driver. The driver took a shortcut to avoid the traffic. Passenger. The passenger asked the driver to take the fastest route. Fare. The fare to the airport was $30. Meter. The driver switched on the meter as soon as I got in. Taxi rank. I went to the taxi rank to catch a ride home. Booking. I made a booking for a taxi to pick me up at 10 a.m. Ride. I enjoyed the ride through the city streets. Pickup. The taxi driver was on time for my pickup. Drop off. The driver asked where my drop-off location was. Hail. I tried to hail a taxi on the busy street. Route. The driver took the scenic route to the beach. Taxi stand. There was a long line at the taxi stand outside the hotel. Destination. Please confirm your destination before we start the ride. Receipt. I asked the driver for a receipt before leaving the taxi. Airport shuttle. I booked an airport shuttle for an early morning flight. Carpooling. I decided to go carpooling to save money on the ride. Luxury taxi. We took a luxury taxi to the gala event. Cab. I flagged down a cab on the street. Fare meter. Check the fare meter regularly during long rides. Seat belt. The driver reminded us to wear our seat belts before we started. Luggage. We put our luggage in the trunk of the taxi. Airport taxi. There are special airport taxis with flat rates. Cash payment. I paid the driver with cash for the taxi ride. Credit card payment. You can pay with a credit card in most taxis. Minivan taxi. We took a minivan taxi to fit all our luggage. Express service. We booked an express service to the event. Taxi fare calculator. Use the taxi fare calculator to check the fare before you book. Night surcharge. The taxi fare had a night surcharge after 10 p.m. Parking fee. The taxi driver included a parking fee in the total fare. Surge pricing. The surge pricing kicked in during the rush hour. Comfortable ride. The taxi offered a comfortable ride with air conditioning. Air conditioning. The driver turned on the air conditioning because it was so hot. Taxi service provider. I booked a ride through a local taxi service provider. Safety precautions. The taxi driver followed all necessary safety precautions. Driver's license. The taxi driver showed me his driver's license before starting the ride. Taxi company. The taxi company offers 24/7 services. Flat rate. Some taxi services offer a flat rate for airport rides. Complaints. I made a complaint about the poor condition of the taxi. Taxi driver app. The taxi driver used an app to navigate and find passengers. Tip. I gave the driver a tip for being so polite. Lost and found. I contacted the taxi's lost and found service about my forgotten phone. Taxi hotline. I called the taxi hotline to arrange a ride. Peak hours. Taxis are harder to find during peak hours in the city. Toll charge. The taxi driver included the toll charge in the fare. Passenger seat. I sat in the back passenger seat for a more comfortable ride. Window tint. The taxi had a window tint for more privacy. Waiting charge. The driver added a waiting charge when I had to stop at the store. Ride sharing. The taxi offered ride sharing with nearby passengers. Taxi fare estimate. The app showed a taxi fare estimate before I booked the ride.